We have been indexing IPFS since 2016. And next slide. And it's awesome. That's true.
This is Frido. I'm Mathijs. Years ago, I was looking for a way to index my book collection, and now we're indexing about 700 million unique CIDs, and it's growing at a ridiculous rate, about 1 million a day at this moment.
We've been, especially in the past year, as you saw in the previous slide, we've doubled the index size almost, no, more than doubled. And we also have been building a lot of cool new features to make it a lot more usable and more integratable. We have been scaling out with the help of Filecoin to be able to reach much higher level traffic than we could before. So we can hit 1,000 hits per second.
We should be by the end of this. That's our goal. That's our benchmark, you know?
We have launched just 3 days ago a brand new queue service that piggybacks on the PIN API of IPFS, which you can use to push your CIDs directly into our crawl queue.
So your stuff gets indexed immediately the moment you upload it, and it's built into the client. So right into IPFS Desktop or IPFS Companion or the CLI, you can directly throw your stuff at our queuer and it will be indexed within a reasonable amount of time.
We would love to have your input on if you use it, because it's so brand new, it's still beta, and we really need to get some user feedback on this. We have also launched recently a brand new update of our front end, so it's a lot better with a lot more features. The most coolest new feature is Planetarify, which you can, which is a fully integrated audio player with playlists that you can just listen to while you keep searching cat pictures on IPFS, for example. And well, you want to do it?
I also created the Not Yet Another Thumbnail service. The idea is that we have a universal thumbnailer for IPFS. So you have a file, a CID, could be a video, could be an image, and we can generate thumbnails out of them. The thumbnails are immutable, so infinitely cacheable, and we're actually doing that over IPNS so we can cache forever. This is all super experimental, it's why we haven't shouted it from the top of the tower, but you know, play with it, it's on NPM. Nyats.
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 We also did a cool experiment with linked data fragments to actually decentralize the search itself. A successful pilot, which we will talk about later a bit more.
Yeah. So a little bit about where we're coming from. There's a lot of habits among startups like, oh, we want to have double-digit growth and we want to have we want to really get rich and have a yacht. Well, we don't want a yacht. What we want is search to be free. So our search engine is open source. Our data is open. Of course, the underlying isn't. We're completely objective and neutral. So it's not like we have an AI that knows you, or generally an AI sitting between your search query and our index. And we have a public API that we really want you to use and play with and make your own clients or integrate in your existing IPFS solution to do search and discovery. Where we really want to be, of course, we want to decentralize search. We want to solve what I would call the hard problem. Search is incredibly resource intensive. We use a lot of memory, CPU, network, I/O, just all of those things. So it's incredibly hard to really solve this problem. And we want to play with ideas. We want to collaborate with researchers. We want to collaborate with other engineers, other projects to see if, for example, we can outsource part of the crawling and indexing to content providers. Because the moment we can decouple our resource usage from our growing user base, we basically hit gold, because we're at a point where no existing search engine can compete with us. It's just about dynamics. So yeah, we're really looking for collaborators, people that play with our stack, but also people that really help us iterate on this model, on the idea that search is centralized. It doesn't have to be, but it's also not trivial to just decentralize it and throw some blockchain magic on.
So what is next? We have a lot of plans for the future, such as trustful distributed search.
What I just talked about.
We just talked about. We want to further research collaborations, and because we have a host of data that nobody else has basically, and that's definitely great for all kinds of statistical analysis or whatever you have it.
We probably effectively have more data on IPFS than anyone. We want to integrate with content providers. So the Fleeks and the Pinatas and other pin services, Stituary, we want to integrate with them so we index stuff as soon as it goes on IPFS. We also want to work towards offering bulk API services to browsers so they can integrate directly to meta search engines like DuckDuckGo and Startpage and Brave Search, these kind of things. And we are very interested in indexing structured data, like the previous talk, the ICSC. I think it's very interesting to have this idea, and we really would like to have mutable data. And particularly, we want your pull requests. We want to work with you. We are a proper open source project. Our stack is a bit complicated, but we will guide you through because we're really looking to see what you can do with our stack.
We were actually also, it's not on the slides yet, but we were just talking also with the guys from the IPFS desktop to integrate it actually into the desktop, the search engine. So that's coming up.
Yeah,
it's very
a
exciting.
Great feature for new people onboarding IPFS. They have no idea what's an IPFS, how to find it. We have the solution to that. And if it's integrated in IPFS desktop, it will really change the dynamic. So we're very stoked about that. So this is our team. We're small, we're lenient. Please join us on Telegram if you want to get in touch. Mail us at info@IPFS Search. We really want to talk to you and give us a try. IPFSsearch.com, it's online, it's working, functioning. You can find all the cat pictures.
So look for your cat pictures on IPFS. Thanks.
All right.